Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm going to cut straight to the damn chase. I look like a flipping tennis player. It's because I've been working at Wimbledon. Guys, when I told you the reason why I wasn't going to review Love Island this year, it's because of this. I am working like a madman. Guys, from yesterday, Sunday, I am working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 9 days. 12-hour shifts, guys. I finish at 10 p.m. tomorrow. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be so hard for me to stay on top of Love Island. I have to watch it on the way home, try and make notes. I'm not going to catch it all. So guys, I even fell asleep yesterday. I wasn't even at home yesterday. I fell asleep. That's why I missed the episode. I was that tired, guys. Listen, I've got so much going on, but for you guys, I'm making it happen, yeah? You're loyal to me, and I'm loyal to you. In fact, if you ain't pressed subscribe, you better press subscribe right now. Real recognize real, loyal recognize loyal, yeah? I'm gonna be very burnt out, but I'm making this happen, guys. I wanna make this happen for you lot. So let's get straight into this damn video. I'm gonna talk about yesterday's video briefly. I'm gonna talk about today's episode briefly, and yeah, we'll go from there, man. So, like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me, subscribe, all of that, please press subscribe. It's road to 50K, let's do it. Cool, boom. So yesterday, yeah, cool. Where do I start with this? Because my notes aren't extensive. Alright, cool. Let me see what I've got here. Ella says she's closed off. That ends up being bullshit. I'm a person that's fair. I look at pure equality, and I think I've got a bone to pick with Ella and Catherine this episode, but we'll get into that. In fact, let's talk about, you know what? Let's talk about it now. Catherine, moving on with my man, moving on with some. He looks like a failed real estate agent, bro. I can't even lie. He just looks like some. He looks like some any guy, bro. And I don't really know how to feel because the whole time, yeah, I was never really behind Catherine and Scott anyway. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I could get behind them if he proves himself in Casa. Not once did I consider Catherine being the one to move on. Now, I don't know how to feel because, as I said, on the one hand, I don't really care for their relationship that much. I just think, yeah, at a point, Catherine wanted to be number one. At a point, when Scott was looking at Leah, Catherine didn't want to be number two. She wanted to be reassured. She wanted to know that her and Scott were going in the right direction. Now, for her to not only just be so open to meeting other people in Casa, she was the one going, what happens in Casa stays in Casa. Oh, it's better to ask for forgiveness, more permission. And I thought, cool, interesting. But then it makes sense because she's the one that's moving mad. She's the one that's lipsing people heavily in the game. I'm talking, who was it? Who gave someone a kiss? Zach gave someone a kiss. Zach gave Molly a kiss. He went in a challenge. She's lipsing up this failed real estate Donny. What's his name? Elom. Is it like Elon Musk or something? Elon, whatever my man's called, yeah. Anyway, as I said, I don't know how to feel. All I know is if this was Zach, if this was Ty, in fact, if this was any man, we would be on their necks. I believe that. I believe because Catherine is a fan favorite and she's like quite a good girl, allegedly. I think people are going to go soft on her. I think people are going to justify her actions. I think she's actually quite wrong for this, if I'm being honest. Now, it's tight. The way I see it was Catherine was making it clear that she wanted to pursue something with Scott. She liked the direction that they were going. They essentially got kind of closed off or whatever. Not really closed off, but they kind of got closed off the other day. And I just think it's interesting that within a day, she was already moving on with my man, and within the next morning, she's already kissing my man. The next day, let's say it's not even 48 hours have gone by yet, but let's say 36 hours have gone by and she's kissing my man. I just think if that was someone else, we'd be on their neck. So let me not even talk too much, because I don't really care about Scott that much anyway. I'm just a fair guy, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just such a fair guy. I see when a man does something wrong and a woman does something wrong or iffy, and I just see both sides always. So let's move on to Ella. Now guys, knowing Tyreek the way I do believe Ella should move on. So I'm not gonna grill Ella that much, yeah. But my bone to pick with her, yeah, is that she is using the same excuse Tyreek used to move on. Now there's little nuances and little differences which I'll get into, but ultimately it's the same thing. Tyreek said, "Oh, Ella doesn't trust me, so that's why she's gonna move mad." Like he's using her actions to justify what he wants to do, even though he's actually been on his best behavior, guys. Let's give Tyreek brownie points. Besides a few conversations, besides a few normal flirting, he has been on his best behavior. Fact. Yeah? Cool. Ella, the thing that she keeps banging on about to all the girls in today's episode and yesterday's episode, oh, Ty's a flirt. Jess was banging on, Ty's a flirt, do your thing. Ty's a flirt, so he's gonna be flirting. Oh, I'm not there, so Ty's gonna be moving mad. I'm not there. No. If you want to move on with Uzi, with his dead locks, yeah? He's dead trim. If you want to move on with Uzi, do it because you want to. Don't do it because you think he's going to be doing it. I don't rate that. I don't. The same way I held Ty accountable for saying the same thing, I will hold Ella accountable for saying the same thing. Her justification for moving mad over the last couple of episodes, or not moving mad, but she's about to move mad, I believe. And I think her head's going to turn. Her justification for that is because, okay, it's a guy from the outside who she was begging for a date with, and 2, she thinks Tyreek's going to be moving mad. What you ladies here in the audience don't understand, you have no idea what that's going to do to Ty. Yeah? Now, Ty, obviously, he said little things about how he misses the game. Okay, I get it. That could plant seeds in Ella's head. Fair. He's also tried to test himself a couple of times. I get it. Fair. I'm not taking that away from him. But someone like Ty, yeah, who's openly admitted that he doesn't really like people, and when the fact that he likes Ella is a mad deal to him, it's a big, massive deal. The fact that he's opened up, the fact that he's allowed himself to be vulnerable. If Ella moves on with someone else when he's expressed his vulnerabilities, that's going to feel like she threw it back in his face. Now, you could argue that's not Ella's fault, but I know Tyreek. I was Tyreek, as I keep going on. I would be fuming if I was Tyreek in his headspace if I knew Ella moved on. Car, I've been vulnerable with you. I struggle to do this, and yeah, a little part of me misses the game, but I'm still trying to try with you. And you then move on with someone else, especially someone from your past, that's going to feel like a pie in the face. Now, I say all that to say, yeah, Ella, you should move on. I'm not going to lie, you should. You should move on because I don't trust Tyreek in the long term. Yeah, he might be on his best behavior now in Casa, but I think in the long term, I don't trust him. So I don't blame Ella for moving on. But if you're going to move on, don't use Ty as a justification. Don't say, oh, he's going to be flirting, all this stuff. No. Just go and if you want to move on with Uzi, go and move on with Uzi. Now, let's talk about these man. Uzi, dead food. I don't care. Yeah, he's got the nice eyes. Yeah, he's not bad looking. Dead trim. Dead trim, no chat. What's he got? What's he offering, bro? His trim is so mad that he's got hair clips. Like he's actually clipping. He's got a full fringe of locks and he's clipped them down, bro. Come on, my guy, man. It's just not a good look, bro. It's not. But anyway, aside from all that stuff, yeah. So let's talk about Molly's return, guys. I'm gonna give donut of the day to Zach for the way. In fact, the whole scene was donuttery. Yeah. When Molly came back, we need to talk. I'm gonna skip through this because it's boring as shit. But that guy, Zach, what has Cat got your tongue or something? I have never seen a guy stutter like Zach. That's all, folks. Bro, what's wrong with you? Coming like the pig from Looney Tunes. What's wrong with you, bro? Molly's asking him. If I'm being honest, Molly was actually asking him direct questions. Even though I was dead, and even though she was begging to get back in his boxers, begging to be on his good side, lusting for him, even though he's mugged you off on national TV. Yeah, begging for him, even though she's begging him deep down, she did ask him the direct questions. Why did you kiss her? Why did you want to kiss her? Was it real? Are you trying to move on? Do you want to go back? Where's your head at? She's asking him all these direct questions, and this guy, bro, it was pathetic. Genuinely, guys, it was pathetic. Like, Zach had nothing to say. He ain't good with his words. He ain't got no chat. He can't even articulate. He can't Gifted a Gab his way out of anything. He literally was like, and you know why? Because Zach, you're full of it. and that's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm saying I like Zach, but I'll call that anyone. I like Zach, but he is full of shit, guys. Absolute full of shit. He had no justification for why he moved on with KD. He had no reason for it. Even if he had a reason, he could have said it with chest. Tyreek would have said, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to test our connection. Even if it's bullshit, I wanted to test our connection by moving on. Whatever. Zach, he had nothing to say. He had nothing to say. That's it, simple. He had nothing to say. And it was genuinely pathetic watching him squirm. And if Molly was hard, if Molly was harder, that could have been an iconic scene because he was like ready for the taking. He was so vulnerable. He could have got bodied. You could have got your viral moment, Molly. The moment you're begging for in every scene. You could have got your viral moment, but you're moist. You had no vim. And honestly, the whole scene was pathetic. Molly was pathetic, even though she asked him direct questions. Zach was pathetic. Like, genuinely, it was actually truly embarrassing him watching him like stumble over these. He had nothing to say. He had no justification for his actions. And the guy, in fact, I am going to give donut of the day to Zach. The guy he's got no game. I honestly don't know how he gets these girls, bro. He's got no game. Molly said, yeah, again, begging. I want to get back with you, but I want you to prove it. I want you to prove it. All this stuff. Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong accent. But she said, I want you to prove it. I want you to like show me. I want you to show me your actions. Man goes, come here, bro, come here. He interpreted that as kiss me, to show me you like me. This guy is a goofy. Oh my God, this guy is a clown. How did you interpret, I want you to show me, prove it, as I come and kiss? Then he got mugged off again. She went, whoop. She went, gave him the cheek, yeah? Gave him all that stuff. Gave him the cheek. Oh my God, this Zach guy is a reject, bro. It's actually crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy. Now, what's he gonna do? He's cuddling up to Molly and talking about, yeah, now I've seen you, my head's clear, I want you. As simple as that, I want you, I want to resume. What? So what, it was that easy for you to just resume with Molly, but when she's out of sight, you just moved on with Katie. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna bring Molly back into the villa? Is that what's happening here? Are you gonna bring Molly back into the villa? And what, Katie's gonna come back with who? In an ideal situation here, Katie will come back with Uzi, yeah? It's kind of a hard name though. He's moist, but it's kind of a hard name. So she'll come back with Uzi, and Ella will come back single. But Ella could easily come back with Uzi, and in that case, Tyreek's finished. If you want to see a man turn savage, let Ella recouple and watch Ty come back single. If you want to see a man turn savage, because Ty, I told you, whether it's right or wrong, whether it's justified or not, Ty is not used to opening up his feelings, and the fact that he did for it to get thrown back in his face will turn a man savage. I don't know how I feel about Ella and this Uzi guy. I think Ella's begging him too much, if I'm being honest. I think she's begging him a little bit. Not bare, but I think she's like subliminally begging him, like, oh, you know, I thought you were gonna take me out on a date, and then, all right, this guy's shy. This guy ain't got no balls, bro. Seriously, I don't even think he's all that as well. Maybe I'm being a hater, but I mean, he's got a good looking face in that. But I look at the whole package. You got dead trim. You're mad shy. Get it? You got Mitch and the new girl going well. He actually ends up lipsing her. What's her name? Abby. You know what? Yeah. For as much of a weirdo Mitch is, I'm kind of happy for him, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of happy for him. Again, he's still a dog, he's still a snake. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but whatever. Obviously, the challenge is the game now in this episode. The main villain won the game. Ty lips that young girl and actually chatted to that young girl throughout the day as well. He wasn't like again, it's a little flirting thing. I don't blame that. It's calm. That thing there that's calm. Because at the end of the day, I don't think he's going to couple up with any of them. If he does, then man was right anyway, because I called that weeks ago. But if he doesn't couple up with anyone, he's really proved me wrong. Yeah, it doesn't matter about all the flirting and stuff. The fact is, he likes Ella the most. He even said he misses her, while Ella's literally moving on with some guy, some lighty from the past. Madness, who had the opportunity to take her on a date and didn't. So that really shows his interest. In fact, I read into that quite heavily yesterday. The fact that they were meant to go on a date and they categorically he didn't follow up on that, means he ain't that interested. Yeah, he's interested now because it's KISSES. Yeah, he's interested now because it's Love Island. Yeah, he's interested now because it makes sense, but I don't think he was that interested, if I'm being honest. And I think if she couples up with my man, I don't think it will go well for her, if I'm being honest, in the long term, but it is what it is. The challenge was calm. There wasn't much drama, couple kisses here and there, tied to lips that girl for 10 seconds. Catherine was going in on the kisses, by the way, absolutely in. Scott who? Boy, Scott who, for real. Like, it's actually mad. Imagine if Ella and Catherine are the ones to recouple and the man them don't. Crazy, 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 crazy. Katie talks to the lighty Uzi, Mitch kisses Abby, Ty misses Ella, Catherine, I've said about everything else, yeah. I think I've mentioned what I wanted to mention, guys. Sorry for I don't know how long this episode is, sorry if it's a bit shorter than normal. Guys, it's hard for me to take notes, man. It's really hard for me to take notes, car. I'm watching it, I'm trying to watch it either live or on the app. And when you're watching it live, you can't pause it. Because as soon as you pause it, it goes straight to the start again, or you miss, it just doesn't let you pause it. Or I'm watching it afterwards and I can't really take extensive notes. So it's gonna be hard for me, I'm not gonna lie, for the next couple of weeks, it's gonna be very difficult to get Love Island videos out, but I'm gonna try my hardest. Ultimately, guys, I wanna end on this, because the main thing I wanted to talk about was the ladies, yeah? Let me conclude, yeah, for those who have stayed until the end. Because I'm sure some of you will see what I said earlier and be like, oh, it's not the same because this and this. Listen to what I'm saying here. The Ella and Ty situation. In the long term, I do believe Ella should move on, right? I do. But multiple things can be true. What I don't rate Ella for this episode is using what she thinks Ty is doing to justify what she wants to do. I don't respect that, I don't rate that. Do what you want to do and say it and do it with chest. Facts, simple. Now I also empathise with Ty. Even though he's been honest about, yeah, he low-key misses the game, and he's tested himself and failed with the KD one and passed with Leah, in my opinion. I empathise with him because I know what it's like to not be good with your emotions. I know what it's like to struggle to let people in. So I know that the fact that he's let Ella in and the fact that he's been vulnerable with her and she's gonna move on is gonna shatter him. So there's no right answer. I want Ella to move on, but I also feel sorry for what it's gonna do to Tyreek. And a lot of women, as I said, a lot of women will be like, yeah, but he did this, he did that. But at the end of the day, the actions speak louder than words. And he hasn't actually done anything in Casa yet. That's crossed the line as of yet. I mean, he was talking to that young girl, Dennis Wire's daughter or whatever, but they've done that. But then, and in the Catherine situation, as I said, sticky one, car. I was trying to trust the relationship. But this whole time, I was thinking it was Scott that was gonna stray. So it's kind of thrown me off that it's categorically Catherine who strayed. So I'm a little bit like, I don't really know how to feel about that, if I'm being honest. As I said, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I just feel like if that was anyone else, especially if that was a boy, I know people would be onto him. I don't think the failed real estate lookalike, yeah, has done enough to steer her away from Scott. But she got steered real quick. So we'll see, man. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. It's going to be a late one tomorrow, man. Literally, as I said, I finish work at 10. I'm not going to get home until 11:30. It's going to be a late one, guys. Peace.